While we go live on Facebook. We'll be getting started in just 1 second here. And I think we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody. Welcome to another video of the Strategic Swing Trader. I am Sami Abu Saad, Director of Education at T3 Live. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a nice weekend so far. And let's get started. We're going to talk about the market and we're going to talk about some nice swing ideas for next week. Before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever I discuss today in this video is for educational purposes only. If you'd like to download a copy of my free ebook, link for that is in the description below the video. But without further ado, let's turn to the charts and get started. Before we do, actually, please, if you find benefit in today's video and you'd like to help support our channel online, please be sure to hit the like button. Also, if you have any questions for us, reach out to our customer service team. Email us at info@t3live.com. Again, info@t3live.com. All right. So first, the market. We have a very interesting market right now. We had a huge run up and it's a little climactic. We got the reversal bar on Friday. And so I'm expecting a pullback this week, okay? And similar on the Qs. The IWM looks a little different. The IWM just recently broke out. If you look at the weekly or the monthly chart, that's the weekly time frame. Ignore the hourly for now. Broke out to all-time high. I also, I got out of the SPY, which made up 50% of my 401k. The other 50% is the IWM and the MDY. And I'm still in that, but the SPY I got out of on Friday. I like to get out only after the reversal, only after taking out the prior bar's low, because what if we keep running up? And I got out early. But the problem is with 401k plans, they sell you out at the end of the day. So if, say, tomorrow we end up trading under this bar's low, that would be the correct exit for me. But I'm not going to get filled there. I'm going to get filled at the end of the day. What if it's a big red bar? So often I have to anticipate and take action accordingly. The run up in the SPY reminds me a little bit of the run up we had at the end of September, at the end of August of last year. We had a big run up and then accelerated and then boom, 3 months. It lasted 3 months before we took out the prior high. And if you look at the Qs, maybe it looked a little bit better. About the same. So a big run up and then we got a bottoming tail bar, which, by the way, after a multi-bar run up, if you get any kind of a bar with tails, that's a reversal bar. So what do we have here on the SPY? That's a doji bar, a reversal bar. So if we take out, and then the same on the Qs, if we take out this bar's low tomorrow, I think that will signal the start of the pullback, okay? So that's my take on the market. We've had an amazing run up, but I think we will probably be due for a pullback if we take out Friday's low. And that's it. And if we continue to go higher, just bar by bar is how I would track it. Meaning, as long as we don't take out the prior bar's low, continue to be bullish. But I assume we're going to do so tomorrow. The IWM is a different story. It just recently broke out. So I don't know if that's going to pull back. Looks really good. And guess what? Gold and silver starting to look good. GLD monthly chart is looking good. Silver looks even better, cleaner, not stronger, but cleaner. So gold and silver might start to get bought because I think also Bitcoin, I don't think, I know. This is Ether. Bitcoin is looking good. Ether looks even better. I'm all in Ether. I think I have over 100K in Ether, to tell you the truth. Let's see, I have 24 coins in Ether, which is at 4620 is over 110,000. So I'm all in Ether. But at any rate, so I like crypto higher. I like the IWM higher. I like gold and silver higher. I like the SPY and the Qs lower if we take out Friday's low. Let's take a look at the swing ideas for the upcoming week, for this week. ARRY as a breakout. Like it if we can take out the highs. If we do, then I like it. Long stop can be put just under Friday's low, which is 22.28. Safer would be under 21.37 on the ARRY. it's got a nice weekly chart, okay? But we would need to take out the 200 MA, which is the red line that you see on the chart, and also the base. So we'd really need to take out 2320 first. BSIG is a weekly 1, 2, 3. So over that bar's high long, if it takes it out, 30.72, stop under 29.50. I don't usually put my order 1 penny above and my stop loss 1 penny below. I give it a little bit of room so as to make sure I don't get tagged by a cent or two. You know, I like to give it a few cents above and a few cents below for the stop. But I like the BSIG as a weekly 1, 2, 3. The CMRX I like on the monthly chart. This is a deep pullback, but it's a monthly buy setup. I'm in a bunch of stocks right now that are doing monthly pullbacks, monthly buy setups. OSK is one of them. The IBKR had a really nice pullback. You know, we got in it a while ago, so this is too late, I think. Just got into the HPQ this week. It's got a 1, 2, 3 on the weekly chart. Okay, I got in the SGH. I'm showing you only the long-term plays. It had a 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a lot of long-term plays. We got into ARRY, not array, not double R, on a monthly buy setup already out. Okay, so the CMRX looks a little similar. Is a bit weaker because it's too deep of a pullback. But if it takes out Friday's high, I like it. Over 622 by 550 as a long-term play. DNN also is a breakout, looks good, but looks better on the monthly. So that's the monthly. Looks higher to me, all the way up to $4. The monthly actually has multiple green bars in a row, so it's a little late, but I do like that daily breakout. Okay, like it a lot, over $2. There's two places for the stop, either under 185, which would be the tighter stop, or under 160 something, 162. Wider stop, but much safer. The entry is the same, over $2. If it crosses over $2. DRNA is a base breakout, so it would need to take out 2260, I think. Yeah, 2261. Stop would be either under the base or under the red bar's low. The more confident I feel about a play, or the better the setup it is, it has the tighter the stop that I use. Or I try to use the tighter stop. Sometimes there's only one place for the stop. Sometimes you have multiple spots where you can place your stop. Again, the more sure, the better the setup I feel is, I will use usually the tighter stop. Okay, EVC is a breakout. It triggered already, but it's not late at all. Over $9 long, stop under 827, and then I think it's at all-time high or multi-year high. So yeah, it's not at all-time high. That's 950. That's actually resistance, not a good thing, but I like it higher all the way up to about 1125. It's not one of the ones that I picked for the newsletter. By the way, if you're a subscriber, feel free to log on to your T3 Live account and you'll see which plays I picked for tomorrow. Okay, so check it out. Or if you want to wait for the email, it should hit your inbox by about 7:30. I was going to say 4:30. It'll be 4:30 a.m. my time tomorrow. I'm on the West Coast. But by about 7:30 East Coast time. FBRX is a transition A breakout. It doesn't look ready, it doesn't look that great unless it takes out 340, 338 to be exact. Then I like it. Stop under the low here. Okay. FMC. This is called the 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar 1 is the igniting bar, and then you get a couple of inside bars, and then if we get another bar that takes out the highs of both bars 1, 2, and 3 of the highest high, which is 106.88, I'd give it to 107 because it's probably a spready stock at $100 a share. So over 107 long, stop under 103.80, and then target would be about 120 or so. Okay, on the FMC. HMHC already triggered on not sure which day, this day as a swing, but I like it as an add and reduce, meaning add more shares and reduce the stop, raise the stop. I like it over 1744, call it 1750 by 1650, 1, 2, 3, but actually already triggered this day for the newsletter. Okay, I called it. Now, since I like Bitcoin higher and crypto in general, there's Mara. It's a little late, but over the base, long, stop. I'd give it all the way down to 58.20 to be sure you don't get shaken out. So I like Mara. I like Riot actually on the monthly, looks better, but weaker on the daily. That's a monthly, you can say W pattern almost, buy setup. And then best of the three is MSTR, but it's tough. It doesn't quite have an entry. So that's MSTR, looks good. Actually, Mara is the strongest by far, but it's late if you're not in. I'm not. So this one looks good. I'm stocking it for an entry back to 1200. Okay. Now a lot of times when the market drops, it drags the cryptocurrency market with it. It brings it down, pulls it down, and so that's the only hiccup that I see. That's the only issue that I see with crypto is it possibly, you know, if the market is lower this week because it's had a climactic run up and, you know, a reversal bar, so all we would need is to technically take out Friday's low, and then we will have that reversal that I'm anticipating. So that's my only concern, is that the equities market might pull down the cryptocurrency market, as it often does. Okay. So we talked about Mara, we talked about Riot, we talked about MSTR. These are all Bitcoin stocks. MGM, one of my favorite setups on the entire list. So I like it a lot. There's one issue though with it, which is where do we put the stop? Do we want to use the tighter stop, which is at 49, under 49.29? The entry is the same, over 51.03. But should we use the tighter stop at 49.24 or the 46.15 and look for this as a long, you know, as a long-term play? I'm waiting for the chart to change. Got stuck for some reason. Let's go to the monthly. I just want to show you how good it looks. I mean, this just recently broke out. It really has no resistance all the way back up to $100. All the way back up to $100. No real resistance. So I like it a lot. It's just that question is the only issue that I don't know for sure whether to use the tight stop or go with the wide stop. Okay, but I like the MGM. MSTR we talked about. NVVE gapped up and has an inside bar. I was going to say a narrow range bar. It's not quite narrow, but it has an hourly base breakout. If you look at the hourly, so over the base long, over $15 or so, stop under the base, which is 14. So about a $1 stop. And target, you'd have to look for the next resistance area. Next resistance area would be about 16.65, would be maybe target 1. And target 2, I'm not sure, 20. I mean, has room to $20. Notice the breakout over multiple pivots, multiple resistance areas. So I like it a lot. RVI is what I call a gap fade. Oftentimes these big gaps get bought and then they go back up. They don't go up as much as the Lucid did. Remember Lucid? How did the Lucid bottom? It gapped down a huge amount. That was the $16, I think. Yeah, 16.12 was the low. We bought it that day in the room, and I called it, played it long, did good, didn't hold it. And by the way, gaps on the day they gap, when they gap, if they end up with a wide range green bar, they often keep going. Okay, they often keep going eventually. So Lucid's from 16, it's at 41 now. So RVI didn't have a green bar, but it does have a nice base breakout on the hourly chart if it takes out 610 or so. So if it takes out 610, then I like it higher. Okay, SUPN is a long-term play. Broke out on Thursday, had an inside bar on Friday, so I like it higher over 32.75, but I like it more as a monthly transition A breakout. You can see also on the weekly it's trying to break out, so I like it. I'm not going to wait for the weekly to trigger, just over this bar's high. Stop under the base, give it the room because it would be a long-term play. And VET is an energy stock. A lot of the energy stocks are really bullish. VET I think is the best one that I found. Over the base, stop under the base. Take a look at the weekly. That's the weekly. That's a nicer base on the weekly. So over the base, stop under it, and the target is written all over it. The 200 MA, around $15 on the VET. VSH is a monthly buy setup, so this is very similar to the CMRX. Monthly pullback, like it over this bar's high, which is 2065, 2070. Stop under 19, I think, under this bar's low, which should be actually 1960. So over 2070 by 1960. And Wolf is a base breakout. It's a little bit extended, but the extension, extended means far from the 20. but it also happened through a gap and a couple of igniting wide range bars. Extended really means when you're running out of buyers. I'm short NVIDIA 200 shares and NVDA 200 shares because that's climactic. I'm short Tesla 40 shares. I was short 80, but it wouldn't drop. And so this was called on Friday in the newsletter, so it triggered. I'm in 40 shares, but I went 80 initially, and then I reduced my size to 40. I'm also long 5,000 shares of the SPXS, which is the inverse leveraged 3-time leverage of the SPY, and I also have the Qs short 250 shares. I had 500, but they wouldn't drop, so I killed half. So I killed half of the Qs, half of Tesla, but I kept the NVIDIA the whole thing, and I kept the SPXS the whole thing. So as you can see, I'm betting that the market is going to drop this week. I have 4 positions short. I have more than 4, but those are all market related. And so when the stock is, so I got off tangent a little bit. When the stock goes up, multiple bars, and then puts in a wide range bar, that's usually a short-term top, at least, if not a long-term top. So in the case of the wolf, it just put in 2 wide range bars to start the move, not to end the move. We like those wide range bars to come at the end of a run-up, like we see on NVIDIA. Can't type it. Up, and then the wide range bar. Okay, NVIDIA looks actually even better than Tesla, but Tesla has a tighter stop. It's not too late, by the way. Okay, on Tesla under this bar's low, but I'm already in it. Okay, the shorts. So let's take a look at the bearish list. We got CHGG, which was an earnings play short. If you're part of the strategic swing trader, this was called short the day before it reported, and it ended down 48%, gap down like 40. Ended down 48%. Looks lower still, believe it or not. After a 50% drop or so from about $60, over 60 to 30, still looks lower. I like it lower under 30.50 by 32.17. Target is about $20. LCI was also an earnings play short, called in the newsletter. I like it under 227 short. It's a little bit thin, a little bit illiquid. Stop over 246, about a 20-cent stop. MGNI 123 after a gap down, like it a lot. It just needs to break under $22. Stop over 23.38.40. Okay, this bar is high, the pivot. I'd give it to 23.50. That bar's high, the topping tail, so that has more resistance. So okay, to 23.50. ZTS. ZTS is long, not short. I didn't mean to put it on the bearish list. This actually is okay to play over 218.50. Stop would be either under the Friday's low, which is 214.70, or under the pivot, wider stop, and so that's bullish. TIGR bearish, looks lower, but I don't have an order for it because it's I'm not sure. I don't love it. Short under the base, stop above it. NVIDIA we talked about, climactic. I already got a couple hundred shares, but under 294 is the real trigger. I got in early because in anticipation of the market reversing, but I may end up wrong, right? And if it goes up, I'm going to take a stop without it having triggered, because the trigger means to take out the prior bar's low. So the real trigger on it is under 294. LVO is a base breakdown on the hourly chart. This looks similar to the TIGR, but better. So I like it under the base. I don't know what the lowest point is. It's 229, I think. No, it's not. It's 234. So under 234, stop over about 250, short. And then last but not least is the XOS. XOS should have been on the bullish list too. It's a buy setup, deep pullback, but it is a buy setup. So XOS and ZTS, those were supposed to be on this list, the bullish list. The XOS long, I like over $5, stop under 468. Target 1 would be the prior high, and target 2 would be about this bar's high, which is 675. We're still, by the way, in the middle of earnings season. This will be the last real busy week of earnings season, and then after that it starts to slow down a bit. But we're done with today's video. Hope you enjoyed the ideas. Hope you enjoyed the discussion, my thoughts on the market, my thoughts on crypto. And if you'd like to find out, to get involved and copy some of the trades that I call out and that I take in my own account, link is in the description. Okay, check them out, or reach out to info@t3live.com. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the weekend, and good luck with your trading next week. Take care, everybody. Ciao.